Hello and welcome back to LBAL Landlord, the Geo build. You asked for it, you shall receive it. Let's try and get these guys as high as physically possible, eh? So we'll put it in quite quickly. We are continuing on from last build. If you haven't seen that, feel free to go watch it now. Spoiler alert, we did pretty good. Now, we are going to do what we can to see if, one, we can make this actually be endless, and two, how high we can bring these things. So, I'm going to grab this rabbit fluff, because the rabbit fluff goes away because we have lint roller. I will do my very best to remember that goldfish exist. I even said it in last thing going, I don't think we even skipped any, and then I watched it back and realized I did, because I'm stupid, so... That's a thing. We don't really need to think about picking too much common stuff. We have so many oysters that we're kind of set for life there. There is definitely a way that we can... We don't even need to grab eggs either. I don't want to really use my rerolls either. So we're going to skip this rent cycle because we have the pillow. And then, I don't know, maybe we can find either another geologist, which we did, or maybe something else. I don't want oil can. Oil can is not going to be fun. X-ray machine's not necessary. As long as we have things that are continuously stacking and sharing the wealth, it's going to be giving us much more money. And we need to be making sure that we're trying to average a specific amount of money. So we have the average... We need to make about 900 per spin. And at the moment, I think we're kind of close to that. I think maybe what would do good to receive would be like another... My brain stopped working. Another arrow, for sure. So we just had a ton of pearls show up on the other side of the screen, because of course we didn't have any space, which is perfectly fine, because when that does happen, we can just spin again, and then we will have a lot of the pearls just showing up, so it will feed into them. If we're lucky enough to also have wild card with us, maybe we should just try and, you know, hope for some more wild cards. For where we're standing right now with our luck, it's not really an amazing time to re-roll for it, to be fair. So we probably want to do it at the end of each rent, so when we have all the rares and stuff. And then maybe if we get like golden carrot or something. We for sure are going to start, if we keep skipping the rents due to Comfy Pillow, we're going to be seeing a ton more rares. I don't need to get a re-roll capsule. I'm pretty sure we have recycling, which I'll check for in a second. But I'm seeing I get a green there, so that kind of already puts me at ease to believe that that is what has happened. There is a goldfish. I didn't skip it. There's recycling. Yep. So we now have 14 goldfish, 8 pool balls, and we're tripling up a lot of things. So we're doing a pretty good job. I think we only need 9,000 for this next one. So we are a little bit ahead. We're not amazingly ahead, but we are a little bit. I understand that, like, you know, with flower builds and stuff, you just kind of shrug at the world and then everything becomes millions, but that's not really the case. So I think what we'd want to see here is possibly another arrow. I'll grab very big symbol bomb. You can actually use it and then it doesn't, like, it doesn't come back afterwards. So we'll grab the big ore. Grab the lucky capsule too. I kind of want to grab the golem, so I will. I don't want the safe. Don't want the key, and we're all good. So the golem will break eventually. We have a lucky capsule going to pop here. We have a lovely location with all these guys to grab each one of those pearls that have shown up, as well as having a wild card. And we have a lucky capsule, so let's see if we get anything amazing for it. A mine. I'm going to grab the mine. The mine's fine. The mine is fine, because we already have a couple mining picks. Even if we force off the oysters from the screen and somehow get lucky enough to have the geologist showing up every single time, it's still really good for us. For sure. Yet again, don't want to touch those oysters. Right, let's go back to this side of the inventory, because it's kind of nicer to look at. But yeah, once this mine finishes, we'll have another mining pick, which means we'll get 20 for every ore. We're grabbing ore as well, because when the geologist breaks it, it gets 2 breaks out of it, which means we get much more money, much more bang for our buck, so to speak. As you can see there, turn into a shiny pebble, and then I'm surprised this many oysters with conveyor belt actually didn't go much further than that. Right, cool, let's carry on. I need to pay attention to where we're at rent as well, due to the fact I don't want to be skipping all the time. We need 9,500. That's perfectly fine. I want to try and make sure that we're maintaining ourselves. Make sure we're maintaining over the over the average we need. So we need like, it's 10 spins per rent. So we kind of want to make sure that we are hitting over 950 average. We had 1,000 last one, 1,000 the one before. This one's going to be less, of course, being 600. So we are still technically falling upon that. We'll get another golem as well. I mean, we have a lot of opportunity for these. I mean, if we got quiver as well, that would be really helpful. We have a lot of, which should come due to the fact that we can skip, because oh, actually that's my maths is completely wrong, because we're trying to average over the 10 spins. We're skipping 1 spin each time, so technically we'd need it a little bit more than that. We'd need to have like it average over 9 spins, which would mean we want to have to see 1,000 each time, but that's okay. We can I'm just gonna grab this mine here, and then we get sunglasses, and that's fine too. But we will be getting quiver very shortly. As long as we keep skipping, we'll be fine. The rent cycles, that is. Like the final spin at each one. So where are we at there? 630. Blah, goldfish, we need 10,000. 10,000 over 9 spins. So yeah, we now want to be seeing, I don't know, like 1,100 or something as our average, which, you know, we're still doing okay. I'll grab another lucky capsule. Maybe we can work with the rerolls and see if we can get ourselves something that's good. We have so much removal because of our cardboard box and sunglasses that any diamonds that do show up, we can get rid of straight away. Did the lucky capsule pop? It did. Okay. So let's have a quick looky-loo. See if we can find anything we want to see. Come on, we have so many rerolls. You're not going to show me. Alright, we'll grab another mine. That's fine. And then get rid of the diamond. Cool. Anything to give us more money? Not a problem. So we've got 1 mine that broke. And now we have our mining picks up to 25. And we tripled that guy as well. So 800 and whatever the hell. I also just picked up the lint again, the rabbit fluff for the lint roller. And we have this guy up to 315. Honestly doing pretty amazing. I think once we get quiver, another diamond. Ooh. I think once we get quiver, we should probably step off the gas when it comes down to skipping the spins, because we want any extra spin we can get, especially when we have situations like this where we don't have a lot of things to give us money. I mean, unless this arrow spins and hits this one. It didn't. I mean, it tripled this guy and then tripled this thing, right? So we still technically made the money we needed to make. Not even a bum deal there. Arrow on this side decided to just shrug though and go somewhere entirely it shouldn't have. Rude. So yeah, I think what we'll do is, I don't want an item capsule. I was gonna say this could be really good if we actually had the arrows like triple. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, we should definitely look towards grabbing ourselves the quiver. So we're gonna skip again, go for a couple of rerolls, see if I see anything lovely, which I do not. And when we get holy water orclets, guys, so we're kind of running through them. There's a couple. I mean, I skipped Clear Sky at the start of the game, so of course it would come back to avenge itself, kind of angrily at me, going, "How dare you!" And we've now pushed ourselves up to the rent of 10,050, which is not bad. We're definitely going to make at least 2 more cycles, regardless. Especially if we have all of the geologists show up and have a bit of fun. Got ourselves 6 mining picks, a whole big old 30. Cow shows up, no thank you. But of course we do have those situations where nothing happens and all the oysters are popping the pearls and none of our things are there. But we always make a lot of money on that turn, so it's not too much of a problem. And then, especially if we have a greedy geologist like this that show up in the middle of the screen and pick that up right next to the wildcard as well. We've had some really, really lucky wildcard placement. Mega chest, not really necessary. Chemical 7. I feel like technically Chemical 7's not worth it. I mean, maybe Mega Chest is fine because we have. I mean, sure, we'll go for Mega Chest when Mega Chest shop because lockpicks can work. And there's always the possibility of tripling them. We tripled this guy here, Mr. 323. So plenty of money in that spin. So not even bothered. No removal capsule necessary. We did in fact get it next to the wild card. If it unlocked itself, that would have been beautiful. Didn't happen though, but we did in fact triple this guy, so hey, at least we tripled and then got 160. Yet again, I've already suggested, I'm not going to bother with Chemical 7s. I feel like it's a waste of a spot now. I know that we have, like, you know, oysters that show up and don't do anything, but at the same point in time, any empty spot that we have is oyster pearl century, like, or area even, that could just be going on and doing stuff. So let's carry on skipping. Oh, you're so close. You were the chosen one, Arrow. I can't believe you. This chest has been around for at least 3 spins now. I'm surprised to see it still exist. We can skip here and go for another rare. I don't think getting another geologist would be... I mean, sure, fine. And we now have Lucky Carrot. Okay, so we now have the opportunity of getting very, very rare symbols all the time. So we can probably replace silver arrows with golden arrows when we get them, because we don't need any more oysters, and we could probably get some more wild cards as well, which could possibly show up. With the level of rerolls that we have, we do have an opportunity of farming for them at some point too, and it's kind of nice to see this split of geologists and wild cards and everything else. I will grab the rabbit fluff there. We have a wild card right next to stuff. It's tripled. We tripled. So that's going to be a nice little payout here of 1,485. Very nice stuff. Buffing capsule could get lucky. We did in fact get quite lucky there. That's nice. And then we tripled these guys up here too. So this is one of the biggest payouts that we've had for these spins so far, I guess. There you go, 3,638. So we do have that opportunity of... Are you going to disappear? No? We tripled this wild card right next to this guy too. Getting extremely lucky. Lucky capsule, sure. If the lucky capsule pops, it still pushes on the luck that we have from the carrot and everything else, which will give us an opportunity to get more money. And we had the mega chest vanish finally. Yet again, another big payout. I'm not going to re-roll into a lucky capsule. And another silver arrow. I think I will get this silver arrow, and then if a gold arrow shows up, then yes, we'll take that. That'd be great. I think that'd be perfect. I think we now have enough multiplication and everything else that we have on the board that will give us the ability to push this further than we ever thought we could necessary. Next thing on the list for sure is to bring ourselves to getting the quiver. I think when we get the quiver due to the double spins, we don't really want to go further than 4 arrows. because at the end of the day, we'd be stuck there watching a lot of spins. We're already kind of having to watch a lot of animations as it is. There's Highlander. We could probably re-roll here. I kind of want to select the arrow, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep re-rolling. Because we saw the Highlander. We can now get Protractor, which is beautiful. We'll also probably get Telescope, and we can also get Quiver. And then, like, I'm not going to get Swapping Device. I know that it's going to be a little bit awkward because, of course, we will have to... there might be a possibility that we're going to skip the Swapping Device and Oil Can again, and they could just show up. But that's just kind of what we're going to have to deal with. Because I think having that stuff is going to delay everything even more. For sure. So, don't care about bronze arrows, don't care about item capsules. Protractor did really well there because, of course, we had the corner. I know that we could Swapping Device and move a pearl into the corner and then every single thing would get affected by it. But it's... for the fact that I'm going to have to click X on everything, the time frames and stuff, it's just going to take so much extra time. And I think we're doing perfectly fine anyway. Looking at the money that we're making, looking at where we're sitting, I'm pretty happy. Even like this roll here, you know, we're still making... Oh, the wild card was in the corner, so the wild card took the highest adjacent there. I was so confused. Yeah, we're still doing beautifully. We're still doing great. Still doing fine. Sometimes a little lower than usual, but, you know, our normal averages are quite high. Look at this. Yes. Beautiful. Now, of course, if we wanted to be, like, completely and utterly insane, and we wanted to just bring one dude up to the max, then, yeah, we could remove everyone and then just have... I think he's, like, 340 now. I have no idea. There's one guy. We're just gonna take them all as far as we can. And that's what we're going to be doing today. Don't need a tedium capsule. Alright, we can skip again. We're still 20k ahead. I'm going to re-roll a couple hundred times to see if I see any very rare. I don't. Get the mines. Got Clear Sky now. Okie dokie. So now, I mean, we won't get Telescope because Telescopes are very rare, right? Protractors are rare, but Telescopes are very rare. There's like a possibility that we might not see it. Because, of course, well, that's a lot of money, jeez. Just because we can Comfy Pillow doesn't mean that we're going to guarantee very rares. We can guarantee rares. But we are getting to the point that we're removing almost all of the pool now. I'm trying to think about what else we've had. We've had Booster Pack. We haven't had... I think it's Bowling Ball? I think Bowling Ball still exists for us. I actually haven't seen... we haven't seen Rusty Gear either, which would also be pretty good for us right now. Due to the fact that we have a lot of times where the geologists are just hanging out right next to each other, which is beautiful. Right, cool. Nice. Let's skip this, remove the ruby, because we can't do anything about that. The geologist, you know, he only goes to sapphires and below. He decides that rubies, diamonds, and emeralds are way too upper class for his taste, so he doesn't want to play around with them, or eat them, or whatever he so chooses to do. But we have got this guy almost up to 300 as well now, tripling him. Gonna give us way more money. It would be really nice to see this with golden arrows. I mean, aesthetically, it looks better with silver. I am one of those guys that prefers silver jewelry over gold jewelry if I was to somehow, you know, want to wear jewelry. But so I think when I do in fact see the silver arrows, I think it just looks better. We tripled this guy here and tripled this one too. This is going to be a lot of money. 2,880 from that one dude. Very nice stuff. I'm going to press reroll a couple times just just for the sake of it, maybe we'll see a very rare. I mean, we just hit the rent cycle, so bad choice there. We have 3 silver arrows, and I said we would go for 4. So we'll grab the 4th. We now have quiver. The reason we are only getting 4 is because of this double spin. We don't want the animation to take too long. However, so far, got already a decent payout from tripling this. I mean, maybe if we go into gold arrow, we'll just have 3, because this is 4 lots of 3 for 12. And the gold arrows is 4 times, so if we just have 3 of them, then, you know, we still technically have a 12 times, but it's just less, and it's more isolated and pushed into one location than spreading out the maths. Which at the end of the day, you know, we can get a couple golems here, which is nice. We don't want to have it go too insane. We don't want to sit there with too many spins. But at the moment, it's okay. It looks good. It looks fine. I think we just tripled this guy twice. Nice. And we also had the wild card in the middle, which in the corner even, which Protractor was on point for. I'm ignoring having that on the screen because we don't actually need to pay attention for it. We're not sure, like, we'll technically see it happen when it happens, and instead it means we can keep an eye on some of the stackables that we do have, like pool balls and fish tanks. It will hopefully remind me that a goldfish exists. 6,000 in that spin. Quiver really doing its job, pointing at random things and making it give us money, which is absolutely awesome. We have several golems on the screen. Several. Which have been doing a really good job. And this one's going to pop here. Pity it didn't pop until afterwards, because then we would have had a bit more ore and stuff to work with. But I think we hit a couple targets here with some tripling. There we go, beautiful stuff. Thieves and everything else, no need. We're at 360 on this one guy. An emerald shows up. We don't need that. Get out of here. I'm trying to think about now what other very rares we don't have. I think, not very rares, rares. I think one of the rare items we don't have is... I was thinking about it and now I've lost it in my head. Oh no, it's chili powder. And then like something, it was the lucky roll or something, wasn't it? Alright, I don't want any more silver arrows. I don't want any more geologists. I think we're all good. I re-rolled and instant ramen, which is pretty good. Additional items. It's just going to give us a lot more stuff to go through. Nice. Yeah, so got this guy at 300 for triple Tim. Oh damn. And whoa, 3,300. And since we've put in these extra arrows, we have really, you know, thrown ourselves higher and higher into being or beating out the rent. I mean, the thing is that we are still having to pay out a decent amount of money per rent anyway. I mean, if we have a look at it now, we are 13,000. So the second that we need to be making sure that we're averaging over a specific amount. I think okay, these guys were protracted. And I mean, we get 9 spins and we're making like 1,800 per. We're doing a very, very good job keeping above the curve. God damn it. Right, okay, yeah, I forgot that because I got Lucky Carrot. Dom, you're stupid. I think we're going to have more opportunity or more luck when it comes down to symbols coming out of the ore. Which means we're going to have more rubies and emeralds and stuff show up, which isn't too bad. We can remove them every time. But it just means that sometimes synergies get a little bit messy. Every time we get void stones, it's pretty good too, because they just kind of disappear. That's a lot of money. I'll grab another golem. I was going to say, do we not have a location where the geologists can hit them? But we do in fact do, because of the protractor, which is beautiful. 65k. And tripling those guys, we are making money. Plenty more golems because we are now seeing a lot more uncommons, which means that we do have like a lot of opportunity to scrap a ton more ore, which is going to make the end screen, or when we check over our inventory at the end, kind of satisfying, because we get to see how much stuff we did destroy, ore-wise and everything else. We now make 35 per ore getting destroyed as well, which is kind of cool. Yet again, another protractor, and if we're really lucky, we'd have a lot of oysters pop. But we didn't. Surprisingly, for conveyor belt, 40% and this many oysters, you'd think you'd have a couple more than that. Let us skip this spin and get... Oh, right, there's some other rares that I haven't paid attention to, which is like chicken coop, as well as chicken coop, like devil's deal and coffee. All right, we still have a lot of items that we can go. We're at 118 removals, 119 now. 3,000. Got the mine. Oh, we have a diamond. I didn't see that. Damn it. Right. We managed to triple this whole lane, which is kind of beautiful. 1,914. We must have hit that guy twice. Get rid of the diamond. We have so many golems. And a mine. And all these oysters. We will stack these guys up to the heavens. Alright, cool. 2,200. Alright, let's carry on. It's kind of like the best thing ever, like watching when there's like several geologists around, and then like the empty spot just has a lot of spawn. It's also funny because you get to see like the amount of money that gets made from that one empty location. So it's a bit of a pity, like the golem was nowhere to be found for a lot of this ore and everything else, but you know, hey, we get some money. We'll get all of the stuff show up for the next spin. Maybe. Yeah, it's good enough. Where even is the highest geologist right now? I think it looks like a lot of the guys are actually catching up. Let's have a quick look. We'll just double check the inventory for 2 seconds. We have a 380. 380 is the highest. Then 340, 346, 336. And then a lot of other people. Okay. We tripled him. The mine is showing up. We're still getting ore come up. It's pretty good. Pretty dang good. Right. 2,000. We're at 80,000 now. So I mean, this is truly now blah, 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 shaping up to be endless. The thing is, I want to show like the full thing, and I don't want to skip ahead. But I'm just time conscious about how far in I could blink ahead into to try and keep the video a little bit shorter. We're at 30 minutes now. I'm going to carry on anyway. Maybe we'll just have like a really long video. Re-rolling a ton. No very rare showed up. Here's the devil's deal. Grab a flush. We can start going through uncommons now, which is kind of nice. We might get rusty gear at some point. And I think when it hits rusty gear, it's kind of a done deal. Because rusty gear is basically giving us a free buffing capsule for any single one of these guys that are right next to each other. And therefore, like, we wouldn't even really need the arrows to be making sure that we're kind of guaranteeing a level of money. I mean, even right now, we're still making an average of like 1,200 plus. I don't need the lucky capsule. I actually don't think it does anything. I don't think you can get I'm not sure if you can get very rares from it, but I could be wrong. It's been a very long time since I've done that much experimenting. And here we have like another 5,000 spin. Hustling capsule is fine. I'm gonna take a sip of water here. Alright. My throat's still a little bit dodgy, but hey. I have been enjoying this run quite a bit. And thank you everyone for all your comments and everything else asking to see more of this. It's really awesome to have your feedback and to be able to try and provide that stuff for you. A lot of people have suggested that they don't ever get to see past the level of Endless. Anyway, I'll take the item capsule just because we'll get to Pool Ball City eventually. And then we can start stacking this stuff. We won't ever see any more goldfish, very sorry, because we have Lucky Carrot now. But them's the breaks. We can, in fact, like, you know, get pool balls from having a lot of item capsules. I mean, I'm seeing some uncommons. I'm seeing some commons even. They're still showing up. We've got the double tap here with a quiver, very nice. Right next to the wild card. Someone did say that they would love to see this build specifically with copycat and then cats with like black cat and everything else. Which I mean that is like the perfect storm of the build. Which I can agree to. Instead of having wild cards, having copycats is so much better. Because copycats can work towards getting, you know, like getting the black cat double multiplier and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. Right. I like this kind of the L shapes, the arrows here. It almost looked like it was perfectly symmetrical for a second then. Alright, we can skip this. We're now getting so many things on our items that we can't really see them. I'm going to reroll spam there just because I know that we can get items. Lucky dice. Anthropology degree. Now we're making the money. The geologist an extra 1 coin. This guy got tripled twice. This guy got triple once. We hit 400. We hit 400. Item capture again. Whenever it does show up, we'll start getting pull balls. I mean, there's plenty of items we still haven't got because I haven't picked item capsules for so long. But because we have an item capsule machine, or the capsule machine even, it will start just doubling them up like crazy. Another golem is fine. All of our arrows have shown up in weird locations, but at least we hit this guy once. This one decided to triple this for no reason. And this one also wanted to triple this one for no reason. It's like the world's most expensive oyster at 81. Holy hell. Don't need any TDM capsules. I don't need any commons for any reason. We're doing really well. And yeah, we're at 92,000. We are now starting to take way more of a lead. We are stacking up way more. So I think it is safe to say as of right now, even without skipping the rent cycles, we are starting to see a more endless build. Especially with the guys that are stacking up quite high. I mean, we have a 400 up here. So as long as he like gets a triple or he's next to a wild card, we're already seeing an 800 every time. Error 404. Not found. Got a Midas bomb. So we can actually start seeing very rares. I'm going to grab a buffing capsule here, just in case it wants to show up. And give us even more money. Got an emerald. Not helpful. We'll get rid of that. No worries. 16 pool balls. We do have a lot of stuff in our board for sure. As you can see, we have 12 oysters. I don't even remember getting 12 oysters. Holy hell. I thought we had like 10. I think every time I saw an oyster, I just was like, I will take it. Which, I mean, is fine. It's been helpful. Especially now that we have protractor and stuff. There's obviously a higher opportunity of just removing stuff from the screen regardless. Like, even if... And due to the fact that we have several geologists. We had the buffing capsule there. It was on protractor, so that's why this got doubled and this got doubled. It's not going to do anything for them. They don't give money. I mean, this does, but still pretty good. We're at the 100,000 mark. Hooray! We did it. All right, let's skip again. See if we can, in fact, get the rares that we believe in. Undertaker. Okay, fine. Not what I want, but it's okay. Big symbol bomb. We will grab. Maybe we can get, I don't know, something. Nope. Okay. Back to the front. Let's go. That's a lot of oyster pops. Tons of pearls. I'm definitely interested into seeing where we're at right now. For the level of destroyed pearls. But we will leave it. I think what we'll do is maybe we will run this video. Maybe 10 more minutes, or maybe up to an hour as like a special. Where I don't know. I don't even know how I'm managing to just blab on for this amount of time. But you know, we can see how long it goes. I was planning on attempting to get these guys up to a specific amount. We finally have a golden arrow and get rid of one of the silver arrows there. To get to a specific amount. I definitely want to see these guys go over 1,000. But to do that, it still looks like it's going to be taking a lot of time. I don't remember exactly where we started. Probably around the 200 mark. This guy's on 400 now. Yeah. We could, of course, I don't know, swapping device might make it easier, but I feel like swapping device is going to slow it down anyway. Did I pick something or remove something? I didn't know. Fine. Even if we're speed running, even if I was like sprinting through it, I can get rid of another arrow, I just realized, because the golden arrow is fine as it is. And we don't want too many spins because there is time loss in it, right? We're not speed running, but we are doing our best to get to a level. Is this no, we're not. I was gonna say, is this protractor? Because we got a buffing capsule in the corner, which would have been lovely. Doubled everyone if that was the case. But we basically did double everyone anyway, due to a wild card location and everything else. We managed to 4 times this dude. And this is where the gold arrow really comes in handy. We made an absolute fortune from that. Another hustling capsule. 418. It's actually really good. It's kind of awkward. We just got the protractor run there, and the spin even, and we didn't get lucky. Like, not enough things spawned. Right, so reroll. Grab a mine. Swapping device. No, thank you. Bowling ball showed up. Let's get black suits because we want to get rid of the uncommons. So there's the bowling ball rare. Swapping device still exists. Oil can still exists. Chili powder still exists. Devil deal no longer exists, so that's good. We'll grab the item capsule here. It will pop and then we'll get some more things. We tripled all these dudes. We're up to 114k. We're still honestly pushing quite high up into the money side of things. So this is I'm like trying to confirm it's going to be endless forever, but I think as long as you have like this level of stuff and this, you know, area of multiplication, I know that it's like random, but having quiver and stuff already on it, making things up to like 7,000 there, pretty good. Who knows? I'm not the one to do maths. I just play video games. Yet again, another 4,000 spin. Eldritch creature showing up just for fun. Mr. Sea Pickle, how are you doing today, buddy? Unfortunately, we don't want you in our build. We haven't done anything to do with hexes. We have an emerald shop here. We don't need you. Alright, let's get rid of the emerald. Thank you so much. And we will push on. I understand that I could just carry this on and then skip a little bit. But I think a lot of you guys A lot of you like watching and listening to me talk and seeing me go through the whole thing. And like, I only wanted to skip things when there was a specific goal in mind. For instance, I think the one time we did properly skip ahead was when I was doing the flower build, and I needed to get like the 17 plus suns. So I skipped ahead to re-roll to each one of the suns, and then I counted down with when I grabbed them. However, for this one, you know, you want to see these guys get as high as physically possible. You want to see the build that kind of pushes towards it. I could snap my fingers right now and get us to the 1,000 mark. I think, honestly, it might take me another hour to get there. I'm trying to think about the time frame and where we're at. There's the oil can. I don't want the oil can. Oil can is going to be hilariously bad. Coffee we can take. We still haven't even, like, I've been doing this for like however many minutes, 40 minutes now, and we still haven't got through every single rare item that we can, even though I don't think I've been sitting around too long on each thing. Like, I'm happily picking the ore when I see it. I'm removing things when I see them, you know. I don't think I've been taking forever. 434 on this guy, 403 on this guy, 382 on this. We now have an average of around 1,200 plus just from the big numbers, regardless of them getting doubled up or not. I don't know where our rent currently is, but I know that we're averaging a lot higher than assumed, just due to the fact that we are tripling things. Well, our rent is 1,600. So if we weren't doubling things or tripling things or quadrupling things, I think we would still technically be in a tight spot. However, it's much easier for us to make a bit more money if we had the wild card next to one of them like this. And that way, like, we now would be making 800 plus each spin. Another golem is perfectly fine. So yeah, you know, we're doing good. We're doing good. Tell you what, I will. Wait, what rare was I trying to go for now? I got quiver. What am I looking for? Why am I still skipping? Why am I still skipping rent cycles? Chili powder? No? I don't even know anymore. I've lost my brain. I'll tell you what we'll do, though, is we'll skip this next rent cycle. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't want to speed up the gameplay to push these guys up to higher numbers. I feel like speeding up the gameplay could be either headache-inducing, nauseating, or anything else. I don't want to skip ahead to just having these guys up to 1,000, though. I don't know. Oh, no. It's a very rare. Maybe we can get another golden. It's another very rare. Boop, 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 boop. No. Okay, cool. We get to the next rent cycle. We can re-roll. Skip. Oil can. Void portal. Void portal's a good one. And then we can just get whatever chili pepper we want. That's no problem. No big deal. I think there's two goals in my mind right now. And it was one to see if we could, in fact, achieve endless mode with this build. And I think it's very obvious that we have been able to do that due to the level of geologists and stuff that we have in place. That is one thing, and I think the secondary goal in its rightful mind was to hit 1,000 on some of these geologists. So I think what I'm going to do To make that achievable... Wow, all these guys are so high up now. I think to make that achievable, I'm going to remove the arrows, so we only have 1 gold arrow. And I'm going to remove 3 of these geologists. So now we have 4 geologists, and I'm also going to remove the wild card. And I think now our goal is to only pick ores and stuff that is going to stack up these geologists. I think we're going to run for another 15 minutes. We're going to get to the hour mark. And we're going to see how fast we can. I mean, actually, I'm going to get rid of this golden arrow too. I don't need it. I think we have so much money now. We don't need to skip rent cycles either. There's nothing item-wise we want to be getting. We honestly just want to be making as much... we just want to be mining as much things as humanly physically possible. Yes, that's what we want to be doing. We want to get to these guys to 1,000. So that's what we are going to do. I think I happily proved, as long as you have a couple forms of multiplication and at least 3 to 4 geologists, there is like no worries about going endless. We had the rabbit fluff show up here because we have Lefty the rabbit. It's going to vanish after this spin because of lint roller. We have 20 pool balls now. And I think now is the time to pedal to the metal. And yeah, I think we're going to make this an hour-long episode. And we're going to see how close we can get to 1,000 on any of these guys. We're going to grab the big ore. I don't need to skip the spins anymore. It's honestly not necessary. I don't think there's anything that we want. Like, telescopes aren't going to show up just because it's a rare item. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. I love how the rent button is down the bottom there. We can just pick anything here. Pick anything here again, that's fine. We're grabbing all the uncommons because the items will go, the normal common items will go through the item capsules, and then they'll run out of things and only the pool ball will show up still. I don't need any of that. And here we are now. I think honestly we can already see it. We're already going way further ahead. Maybe I should get rid of this guy too. So it's just 3 400 dudes. Yeah, we'll get rid of this one too. We'll just get the 3 400 dudes. Very sorry, dude. You did your best. But we'll be okay with just the 3. Cool. And this is great because now we have the accessibility of having all of these oysters on the screen. They're all going to be making a ton of pearls. Every time we have pearls showing up on the screen, then we also have the opportunity of the protractor doing its job and letting anything that's dwelling in the corner give us more. And now it's a race. It's a race to see how far we can get, how quickly we can do it, which is awesome. We can't ever pick any more pearls as just a general item either because we have too much luck. But of course, anytime I see a sapphire, anytime I see big ore, anytime I see ore, anytime I see mines, I mean, big ore is a common, right? Why would I see big ore? Or is big ore an uncommon? I don't even know anymore. We're already gone 10 spins in. Lefty Rabbit's showing up again. This guy's 480, 430, 451. Skip that. Carry on. I don't want to re-roll either. I feel like re-rolling is wasting time too. But yeah, I mean, there's 2 methods we could do. I technically want to see more than one hit 1,000, right? Oh, fucking, I just pressed skipped anyway. Whoops. I don't want another geologist. I don't want an oil can. Ritual candle, sure. Like, the thing is I could have re-rolled and tried to find a mine there. I could also like get rid of all these guys and just only have one. But I think the fun thing is trying to get multiple guys hit 1,000. I think I may have just was talking about something and completely distracted myself as well because I accidentally just skipped the rent, which is common for me to do. I do tend to just blah on my train of thought. 486, Robin Hood, no thank you. This guy's to 441 now, 442. Damn. Yeah, I mean, it definitely would be easier if we just had the one dude. However, that golem popping like that is kind of beautiful. This guy's up to 494. This ruby is going to be annoying, but we can get rid of it. How dare you, ruby? I don't want you to shop. We're still making a lot of money in average. I don't want to re-roll and grab mines. That feels like it's just going to take too much time. If a mine shows up, sure thing. But we are now sprinting. We are now in a run. A mad rush. Buffing capsule, no thank you. We're still making plenty of money. We're still doing really well. Okay, even just these is still like technically like 1600, which is basically the average we'd need to see anyway. So, you know, you want to go endless with some geologist? Just get 3 of them and get 12 oysters. Job done. This guy's hit 500. 500. Nice. But honestly, I feel like I underestimated how long it would take to get to 1,000, that's for sure. Kind of mathematically speaking, I want to see how... excuse me, can I just get through, please? No, thank you. Looting glove. 2 points. I have to be careful. If I accidentally grab compost heap, I'd completely screw myself over. I think that was fertilizer, though, so we're okay. Oh, big ore is an uncommon. What am I talking about? Got an emerald there. No, thank you. This guy's going to hit 500 too. But yeah, like mathematically speaking, I want to think about how long it takes time-wise to just get like one of these guys up 100 levels. Of course, it's like, you know, very, very luck involved due to the fact that some of these guys can get around the corner next to all the pearls and just take them. And then another one will get nothing. For instance, these two are sharing and being kind of nice for a second. This guy's almost 500. You know, there used to be a point where there were 50. There were 50 apart. Now they're not. This guy's in the corner, so he's eating everything. Because of protractor, lovely. Would have definitely been good to see if we had telescope. I think that would have made everything a little bit more quicker. I can happily grab a hustling capsule every time as well, because they will pop and they will make an empty spot for the oysters due to the fact that we actually have empties now, because we're no longer using arrows. 515. I don't know. I don't want to go much past an hour, right? But if for some reason you guys want to carry this one on, I don't know, and I'll just stretch it. If you want to watch me carry this on another episode, just because, like I said, I don't want to skip ahead. I feel like that's half the fun gone. Because, you know, we don't get to hit it like at the same point. I kind of get to just push ahead, then I get to talk about it later. So what I'll do is I'll end now, and during this point of ending, we have so many rerolls. I could have got golem there. During this point of ending, maybe we'll just pop the question again. Do you really, really, really want to see me push these guys up to 300 plus? Up to 300? Up to 1,000 plus? I honestly appreciate you guys watching. It's honestly a blast. I know I'm still a little bit rough, so forgive me for my voice. But you guys have been really kind with all your words, trying to make sure and support, trying to, you know, making sure I'm doing okay, and also enjoying all of the stuff in general. So yeah, let me know if you want to see this even further. I think now that we're in this kind of territory, we've got to the point now that things will start rapidly showing up. I should have removed that ruby. I completely forgot about it, because I mean, it's been like 4 extra minutes and this guy's only gone up by like 30, and I think that's just due to the fact of how much removal there is and how many. I mean, actually, I just realized that there's 2 people at 530. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on. Right, so that's it for now. Thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna re-roll a couple 100 times just in case there's like a thing that shows up. Midas bomb. Ooh, no. So let's look at the inventory, and then yeah, if you want to carry on, if you want to see this carry on, I'm sorry for stretching it for so many episodes, but hey,
you guys want to see it. So that's what we're going to do. We have 3 geologists, 538, 535, 506, 101 items. We've destroyed 1,229 pearls, 148 ores, 21 golems, 12 big ores. We're getting there. We're getting there. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, like, comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. If you do want to see this carry on, let me know. All right? Let me know. And I will see you next time. Goodbye! Ow, my throat.